So I grew up in Uptown Butte. I mean, I literally grew up on this street right here that my brewery's on, 9 blocks that way. And the people here are blue collar people, easy to talk to, a lot of friendly people here. And so I'm native to this place, and I don't think I'd ever leave it. Butte Brewing Company opened in 1890, way back in the day. Basically, it was just pretty much a small little house that made beer. And of course, this town, our bars were open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And so the miners would come off the hill often at 6 in the morning, and they just got off shift and they would be heading for the M&M or other places in town to go have a beer after shift at 6 in the morning. So there was a lot of beer served in this town. So we actually opened on July 10th of 2015. That was opening day of the National Folk Festival here in Butte. They bring all these bands from all over the world, folk bands and things throughout the world, and there's multiple stages throughout the Uptown area. So when I decided to open a brewery, I was basically like, I'm gonna make this a Butte thing, and I'm gonna try to bring a place to Butte that's gonna be, the Butte Brewing Company, and bring back the labels, and then make this like a community center for everyone, kids, everybody. In Montana here, there were 3 big breweries, Butte Brewing Company being one of them. Highlander out of Missoula was the second. And then, of course, Great Falls, of course, was the third one. So those were the 3 bigs. So my typical day on brew days usually starts with our physical exercise of lifting things. Once we get the grain in, at that point, it's pretty much just kind of waiting for things to get done. And then as the day goes on, we start transferring across to our mash tun. And then once we get our boils going, adding hops in, not too bad a deal there. And then once that boil's done, it's then time to unload the mash tun. After we're done with that and we transfer our beer across, that's usually when we start drinking beer. We probably have 22 beers on tap. The most popular beer in the tap room is Honey Cream Ale, bar none. So every time I brew a batch of beer, I brew a batch of beer, and then I brew a batch of honey cream. So we serve Neapolitan-style pizzas and salads, and we flash cook them like the Italians do. Everything we make for pizza basically is all made by hand. And I think we have the best pizza in town. If you look around town, you'll see the Go signs on everything that say Butte Brewing Company on it. If you go in and you look around our brewery, I mean, of course, you're going to see a lot of artifacts, and so we're big into a lot of trying to bring back that historical perspective. So that's what the whole Butte Brewing Company was all about, was bringing back the historical perspective of the brewery.